Disclaimer: this episode of the Boys podcast contains dark topics. If you are faint of heart or are easily triggered, do not watch this video. Thank you and enjoy episode 2, part 1 of the Boys podcast.
Are you recording?
Right.
You're not recording?
Now I am. Hey, now the pressure's on. Now the pressure's on right now because now we're both recording.
So the recording.
Recording.
The
What's up, guys? This is only me and Manny, Manuel and Miles. What's up?
What's up, yeah?
That's what's up. Let's talk about motherfucking. Drum roll, please. I'm playing. I don't know what the fuck we're gonna talk about. Nah.
No. I did want to talk to you about this video creation stuff. I mean,
all right. Oh shoot! Everybody can see my fucking screen. I forgot. I just.
Oh really?
Oh my god! I just forgot. No. Yeah. Half of my.
What happened?
Yeah, I'm recording. Like, they probably see every single idea. I'll have to blur all that out. Don't mind me. I was just watching the new Markiplier video from yesterday. Today is January 18th.
You're watching something?
Huh? What are you talking about?
You were watching something?
Yeah, I was watching Markiplier play Balatro Part 2. He just uploaded it, and I was just chilling. And I don't know. I guess I was like fucking. Yeah, I was fucking. I'm horny right now. I'm sorry.
No,
I'm sorry. Okay,
I
had to be honest. Okay,
just got you.
Don't judge me.
But yeah, dude. I was gonna talk to you about the video recording. The last week we haven't been able to really do stuff.
Yeah.
Or a week and a half or something like that, right?
I guess we could just talk about life while we're here. This is sort of like behind the scenes, guys. We might have to cut a lot of it out because it can be very heavy topics. Just as a forewarning, this is like episode 1.5. This isn't like, this is behind the scenes again, and this is gonna be like heavy shit. So just as a disclaimer. Yes, that's the word, disclaimer. You smell quite nice. Do you have Axe body spray on or something?
The last week and a half, pretty crazy stuff has been going on.
Oh, I don't really know what I can and can't say on YouTube yet, and I'm kind of afraid to say it, but I'm gonna try and say it anyway. I might blur it out, I might not. But
do just like the gist of it.
The gist of it?
Just the gist of it,
Okay, so the last time we uploaded that I uploaded was 2 weeks ago from today. Basically the 5th of November, I would say. That was when we uploaded Funny Moment and Du Bois episode 1. I'm going to be moving in with Manny. Say hello, man. I'm going to be moving in with him here soon because I've been trying to get my life together for the past 2 years or so. I've financially become independent and more, I'm more grown now, and I'm having to get a job and do all this stuff. But the past few weeks have actually been a struggle because I haven't been able to get a job and I haven't been able to do this and that. The place that I live has just under 10,000 people, which isn't a lot. Minimum wage is $9 here. It's not the worst in the U.S., but it's definitely down there. I'm pretty sure it's like $8.25, and that's really fucking low. That's terrible.
Yeah.
It's because of how many people live there, or the real estate, whatever the cause. So I haven't been able to make money, genuinely. I haven't been able to, financially, I have a car, I got my GED now, I have all that. I'm pretty sure I talked about some of that before, but my family has been through some rough shit, okay? My family's been through the run of the mill. I have not, obviously, it's kind of vague, but we'll get to that part. It's mostly, I guess, sexual, verbal, physical abuse, all of that I've been through. It's kind of, we're gonna get through rough patches. Okay?
Yeah,
bleep, all that, bleep. Yep, all sorts of yeah, bleep. Been through all sorts of shit. But I tried to talk to my sister just earlier, like maybe a few weeks ago, like right after I uploaded the boys and stuff, about why I don't have a job, why I don't have this and that. She thought I was genuinely just like not even trying. She thought that I wasn't like, trying. I thought I was doing my damnedest. I know that I was. Like I've been on Indeed. I've called I shit you not, like half of the places I've applied to on Indeed, and I went to like slash career and like McDonald's, Dollar Tree, Dollar General, Walmart, and any of the places, like even the department behind Walmart, like where they move like shit with like forklifts, like all the stock and whatever that they have, like the places behind Walmart.
Yeah.
I've even tried there, and that was available. The people were like hiring in at Walmart department before, and then it became like the end of the year. And the end of the year and beginning of the year can be very, very slow because of holidays and like a lot of other stuff. Like on YouTube, they call it the adpocalypse because things are just going really slow. And there aren't many people working. They're trying to enjoy their time. Okay, people that are already hired in places keep their spots, and I could not get hired in anywhere. Anywhere that I tried, just did not work. I had at least 5 to 6, maybe 7 interviews, and they all basically turned me down indirectly, or they just like maybe one of them or two of them contacted me and said, no, we're not going to hire you because we have another person. Or, maybe that's not what they said, but you get what I'm saying. I tried talking to my sister about this because my communication skills are kind of terrible when it comes to that. I can be very antisocial sometimes. That's just how it is. And that did not go well. It really did not go well. Like, I tried showing her like bits of evidence, and like I had multiple times open up my computer and everything. That did not work. It more so became my you know what I mean by somebody like domineering over you in like a conversation. Like they won't let you talk and they just scream over you. Like they're not even trying to hear you at all. Yeah. A lot of the women in my family can be like that. We have a bunch of fucking Amazons in our family, like a bunch of strong women. Like they will pick you up and fucking toss you like a stick. I shit you
I
not.
would love that, dude.
Dude,
I'd love
I
that.
would too. I have a mommy complex. You know what I'm saying? Hit my line.
Yeah, but just not for your family, right?
Yeah. Just on my
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So listen. I I just felt horrible after I tried to talk to my sister. I felt fucking horrible. I felt like absolute shit because I just felt so defeated. I didn't know how else to explain to her that I really was trying and I wasn't trying to ride her coattails and just like live in her house rent free. It's not like I wasn't paying bills. It's not like I wasn't trying. And it got to the point where I was done. And I started to feel a little bit suicidal. Bleep that out. Bleep the other half of that word out.
Yeah.
Again,
Bleep
heavy
that out.
topics incoming. Heavy topics incoming. My entire life, I've been born into drama. I've been born into that. I've been born into that shit. I tried talking to you, Manny. I tried talking to Tyler, and it wasn't helping because I wanted to try and talk to somebody like in person. And I hate to. It's not that I didn't want to talk to you guys. It's just that I felt so horrible and paranoid that I didn't know who to really talk to about this stuff. It's not like, again, I tried to tell you this earlier. It's not like, oh yeah, you need to do this and this. I'll give you $1 million. Go out and do your thing. That's not how it works. That's really not how it works. I wish, like genuinely, but on top of, I have horrible allergies and asthma and having to wake up with like back pain and shit, having to wake up paranoid and having PTSD shit going through my brain all the time from my entire life. I felt I just wanted to like alt F4 myself so fucking bad. Like I genuinely did. The past few weeks were horrible, and I did not want to worry you guys at all. I just wanted it. I don't even want to alt F4, but I don't want to live like this. I don't want to continue my run like this. You feel what I'm saying?
Right. But I feel like you coming up here and switching up some things. I feel like definitely
it'll be different. Yeah, it'll be a change of pace and everything. Yeah.
For all
I might have to go grab that. I had a journal. So I went to a mental institute. Okay, guys, I went to a genuine place where crazy people are. Okay, maybe almost 10 of us. I think there were like 9 of us, like genuinely, and some of them had like voices in their head. Some of them were like not all there for sure. And I'm not trying to talk shit about any of them because they were all very sweet people. But some of them were like,
but you
no.
saw the stuff there, like
Oh
the
yeah,
people there.
I was in. They call it scrubs, like the hospital clothing that inpatients wear. I
Yeah.
was wearing that. I was definitely wearing that, and they were worried about me. Like that's basically the nurse's job, but they called it a
Wait, the
behavioral
scrub,
health.
is that the what is that? Is that the one where they cross the arms? Like,
No, 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 no. That's
okay,
completely different.
I
I
was about to
wasn't in
say.
straitjacket.
I
I was
was
one
about to say.
level above that. That's like people who are genuinely sociopaths or crazy or like have massive schizophrenic problems. Like they think that everybody's out to get them and they will kill anybody on sight. That's the kind of people that are in that kind of thing, I think.
Oh, jeez.
I was like in the prefect to that. I was in the like the pre version of that. I was just wanting to, I was only just wanting to kill myself. And it's not like putting myself in a straitjacket would make me any better, I guess. So I was
Right.
there. I was
Just
there
make
for
you
maybe a
feel
week.
more crazy.
Yeah, it was just I being there. I was there for maybe a week. It was, very very clean. It's a hospital, so it's marble flooring. You have wood doors. There isn't really much. There's rooms like there's separate rooms, but you don't have much privacy. Like you close the door, you still hear people talking outside, type shit. And
Yeah.
I was in the far back, so I had at least some sort of privacy. But it's not like I was gonna fucking jack off,
Uh,
Hate to okay, bleep that out. Bleep that out.
you definitely did. You
No, no,
definitely
no.
did.
Okay, fine. Maybe once or twice, but that's not.
Maybe just like
Back to the
twice in
topic
the
at hand.
mental
Back to the
institution.
topic at hand. Nah, listen. Basically, I got to see like a psychiatrist. The first day I was there, I was brought there in like a wheelchair. I guess how I even got there in the first place, I tried to call 988, which is a crisis number, like for suicide or like LGBTQ like crisis or whatever. They even have those. And I tried just like talking to this person because I just wanted somebody to talk to, like I was talking about. And one thing led to another, and she found out. Well, I directly said that yeah, I wanted to alt F4 myself, and she sent me to the hospital, and I had to say to them, yeah, I want to do that, and they basically sent me to a completely different place that was like 45 minutes away, maybe. Then they put me in a wheelchair and basically brought me over. By the way, there was a lady. That was I had a transport like down to that other hospital, right? And there was a nice lady that was sitting next to me
Yeah.
the entire time, and I really wanted to talk to her, but I didn't, not as much as I really wanted to. And she was really nice. She like gave me a blanket and everything. I wish I talked to her more because she was really nice. Anyway, like
How old was she?
maybe early 20s, mid 20s. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
that's hey.
Like
Liking the sound of that though. See, I'd be all up in that though.
I would be all up in that, but no. She probably, if anything, she was probably lesbian. Unfortunately.
Ah,
Damn it. Fuck. Not heterosexual. What's wrong with you? Sorry. I did not mean that.
wait.
I did not mean that. I did not mean that. I'm sorry to everybody out there. I'm
Are
just
you
frustrated.
telling me she got like one of those haircuts as like the
No,
same
it
haircuts
just
as like the homeboys or something like
no, no,
that?
no. It wasn't like tomboyish. Very girlish. Very, very girlish. Very like mature. She had like
Oh,
she
why
had an
you say
Asian
she's
line.
lesbian then?
I mean, that was just a joke. I don't know if like I didn't talk to her much. I don't know if she's lesbian, but what if I actually tried to ask her out and she just became lesbian all of a sudden? I'm like, what the fuck, man? You're just messing with my
Oh
feelings. That's
no.
just not even fair. Instead of 6 feet under, I'm 7 feet under at this point. So I was brought in a wheelchair to the institute, and then I realized, yeah, this is gonna be a stay. So I've never been diagnosed for PTSD and depression and everything, but I've officially been diagnosed with PTSD along with anxiety and depression, which is like side effects of that, and also insomnia, which might also be an effect of PTSD because I haven't actually had like a proper sleep in years. Like I just I'm awake but I'm not awake and I'm asleep but I'm not asleep. Does this make sense? Like
Uh,
I'm a very sensitive sleeper sometimes. I don't have dreams. Do you know what REM sleep is? Rapid eye movement. You know what that is?
Yeah.
It's that's like the deepest state of sleep that you can get in, and that's where your brain actually starts to rebuild itself and recharge. I haven't actually had that in a long time. I don't know if I've actually had REM sleep, and maybe insomnia is a part of that. Maybe PTSD is a part of that. Maybe I've actually had REM sleep, but I haven't had dreams. I don't know, but I am always tired. That's another problem.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
basically.
I used to have really bad sleeping problems back then, mainly due to like things like sleep paralysis. I would have
I
lots of
um
sleep paralysis.
I find it hard to sleep some nights. I'm prescribed trazodone, which is a sleep and anxiety medication. It helps you sleep like a fucking rock. And sometimes, even with that, I wake up at like 3 a.m., 4 a.m., and I cannot go back to sleep. Like, it feels like somebody's calling me, and I cannot. I'm just so panicked and awake and just like so alert, even though I'm fucking exhausted. It is so horrible. I hope nobody else has to go through that, but a lot of people do.
Wait, it's where you wake up in a panic?
Yeah, sort of like that. Maybe sometimes I don't. Sometimes I just wake up and I can't go back to sleep at all. It's happens very often. On average, I would say I get at least, this is overestimating it a bit. I would say like
Which
5 to 6 hours of sleep a night. 5 to 6 hours. That's not normal. You need 8. When I wake
yeah.
up like that, it's like 4 hours of sleep. I would say on average like maybe 5 hours of sleep normally. That's how much I get. That's a pretty low standard, by the way. Pretty bad.
By the way, this is fact check, by the way.
Yeah. What do you mean? Well, fact check. What are you talking about?
You're gonna put it like a fact check thing on the video.
True. Yeah, I'm gonna put a fact check. You need 8 hours of sleep a night. That's what doctors recommend. Um, that is what
Yeah.
doctors recommend. That's literally I asked like I was okay. So I was diagnosed right by a psychiatrist. His name is Dr. Byard, like B Yard Byard. Okay. Some people call him like Dr. Boyard, like a fucking buoy, like a buoy, like in a fucking ocean, like those things that light up in the middle of the night so you can see, well, like ships and stuff. Some people call him Dr. Bowie. His name is Dr. Byard. All right, Byard. Dr. Byard is a very he's diagnosing these kinds of people all the time. People with schizophrenia, people with so on, so on, so on, so on. Honestly, it gave me a sort of comfort in knowing that he would diagnose me seriously instead of talking to me very nonchalant. I don't even know what nonchalant means. Not like getting on with small talk. He was very formal, very direct, and he was like, "Do you suffer from like bad sleep schedules? How much do you get on average of sleep?" And I said, "Maybe 6 hours." That's what I told him. And he just looked kind of like that's not good. I was like, usually it's 8, right? And they just nodded. There was 2 other people in the room while I was being diagnosed at first. There was Dr. Byard and
Uh,
2 other
what
ladies.
for?
They're just for like, comparison, like cross referencing notes and stuff. There was him and 2
Okay.
other ladies on the side. So basically, he asked, like, do you hear voices? Do you like check the lock on the front door like 30 times a day as like a ritual? Do you count up to 10 sometimes like as a ritual in your head? And I was like, no, no, no. Like, I'm pretty sure he was trying to diagnose me with schizophrenia because of how paranoid I was at the time. But I don't have that. I don't believe. I do not hear voices in my head, thankfully. I could not imagine what anybody
Uh,
else goes through that. So
what did you confirm? What did they confirm that you did have?
massive anxiety, massive depression. That's literally what he said. Massive. Like that verb, PTSD and insomnia, as he was sort of like hesitant to say that, but he said insomnia. So basically PTSD to the max is what I got from all sorts of stuff. We're just gonna say stuff so I don't have to mute anything. So
And did he offer up like solutions or?
yes, I've been diagnosed with 2 more medications. It's called Deluxetine and I believe Cymbalta. No, it was Seroquel, which
And did he give you anything for like words of maybe like how you could actually change your life?
he no. He was
Not
supposed to just
chemically.
diagnose me. No, he was supposed to just
Okay.
diagnose me and give me medications that would supposedly help. And he also said like, "Are you homeless? Do you need help finding a job? Do you want to help with your career? Do you want help with your career? Like, do you want to go to college?" And I was like,
Okay.
I said no to some things because I'm not trying to be in debt and I need to like get my own shit together before I even try and do that. That'll just be too much for me right now. I truly that would not be good. So I've been Yeah.
But you had other people there like that though, like where they
Oh
would
yeah. There
personally check
was
up on you and like.
Well, yeah, like the nurses, yeah, there were plenty of nurses. There was mostly older women, but there were definitely a few sexy ones, I'm not gonna lie. So, anyway,
My boy, they're over here helping you, and you're all like,
n-
"Oh, nice."
nah, they were definitely they're bored. Maybe some of them are bored. I don't know. Some of them have hubbies and husbands and stuff. Anyway,
Hey, that ain't a problem.
no, that ain't a problem. I open season, you know. Anyway, they would always come and check on me every morning. Okay, I go to sleep, right? I wake up and they immediately check my pulse and my blood pressure and stuff with like this mobile fucking thing that they bring out. And they're like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna check your pulse and your blood pressure and stuff like that. Are you feeling like you're gonna alter for yourself? Do you hear voices or anything?" And I'm like, "No and no. No, I don't." But obviously, yes, I was definitely feeling that, and they could tell. It's not like anybody who is in that state of mind is going to be like, yeah, I really want to do this, because then they won't have a plan to actually do it, because that just sort of throws that out the back window. It's like I was planning on it, but I've never attempted my own life before. I was definitely getting there though.
Attempted Alta 4, you mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I guess in everybody else's case, thankfully, in my own case, thankfully, but I'm definitely there. I was there, and I was definitely there. So then they tell me, you're gonna have to get up and go to breakfast now. There is a public menu that you have to write on. Like, they give you a selection of options. Like, you can have coffee or hot tea in the morning. Like, that doesn't matter. You can have like, even hot
Oh,
cocoa in the morning. That's all right.
that must
It's
have
not
been
like
awesome, though.
Yeah, it's nice to have like a variety of food, but it's not like it was gourmet meals, right? It was
Right,
uh
stuff to help
yeah, the
sustain
oatmeal, like
yourself.
everything was served in like paper plates and styrofoam, and the oatmeal kind of tasted like fucking
Water, watered down.
Yeah, it wasn't even watered down. It wasn't even like the oatmeal just wasn't nearly as good as like home oatmeal, like, or like Quaker's oatmeal. It was like something else. Like,
Okay.
I don't understand. So I mixed it with like syrup and stuff, like those little syrup cups that you sometimes get for like in like public IHOPs or something, like cheap syrup. I would mix it with that, and that would be good. Had coffee every
Oh
morning.
yeah.
That was actually pretty nice. But even then, the coffee's not too good. It's not bad either. But then after you eat, you get free time, like basically the entire day. It's not like super serious, super strict. They just make sure you're okay, and they leave you alone. They have like games and books and stuff. Like, a lot of the games have been used. Like, the tables had like natural checkerboards on them. Like, they had natural games on the table, like built in, like painted on, so that if you asked for checkers, they would just give you them. They didn't have like chess and boards and stuff like that. They had like shoots and ladders and like what's that game where you have to like carefully take these fucking things out of the dude's body, and if you touch the edges of like the metal thing, they would like beep, and you would like lose. It was like one of those games.
Uh,
It's like Surgery or something, I'm pretty sure. If you had like a steady hand.
yeah, something like that.
Yeah, they had those kinds of games. And they even had like poker cards, like just regular cards. I love cards. I know how to like play like 20 like blackjack. I know how to play regular poker like Texas Hold'em. I know how to play like golf, casino, like all the trippy games. I'm gonna have to teach y'all how to actually play cards so we can bet some money, so I can actually go out and get myself a
Do,
pizza or
do,
something. Just saying, because I'm actually really good at cards. I'm saying that right now. I've never been to a casino, but I think it's over for you.
shit, I have to learn. I have to learn.
Yeah, I
I
have
think I
a
got a
deck of
card
cards.
game on my PC, so.
I also know how to do tarot readings with regular cards. Like, I have my own tarot cards, and I have like multiple collectibles of like fucking cards and whatnot. I used to practice magic tricks with it, sleight of hand. I'm pretty good at shuffling now too, and I would always just bring my own deck of cards and play solitaire by myself for the most part. And that was basically the entire day. They would give you like newspapers and like books to read and stuff, but I was just held up in my room, and I was super antisocial and nervous. Not gonna lie. I mean,
Did you have any access to like any tech or something like that,
no,
or?
no. Well, besides like a public TV and like the dining room, they had a few chairs. The chairs were kind of low to the ground and like super hard, so they were like sometimes difficult to sit in. depending on if I had
Hmm.
like lower back pain, which it kind of did. It didn't really hurt that much to sit in the chairs, if that makes sense. You were allowed to bring like blankets out there, even like your own pillow and stuff. Like they didn't care about that. But
But you were
you know,
just off doing your own thing, though.
yeah, I was off doing my own thing for the most part because at first I didn't know anybody there, but as time went on, everybody became familiar with me and they started to like me. Actually, I can try and describe a
And
few
this is
things,
a
but it's like
is this a co-ed place?
co-ed.
Yeah,
What is that again?
co-gender.
I don't think anybody. I didn't see any queer people in there. I didn't see any transgender people in there. That's probably not nearly as common.
Well,
What are you talking about?
no, not those kind of people. It's just like men and girls. They were just men and girls, just
No, no. Oh, co-ed.
everywhere.
Like if there are both men and women. Yes, there are both men and women in the institute. Yeah. Sorry.
Okay,
What the fuck? That was a bit weird. Anyway. Sorry guys.
transgenders.
I'm confused. Okay, I'm confused at all times.
We'll bleep that part out or something.
Um.
But no, yeah,
Yeah, it was co-ed.
it's
Yes, it was co-ed. Out of context, it was co-ed. Men and women uh, were housed. I'm gonna say that in this institute. There were one, two, three,
are
four.
you counting them out right
Yeah,
now?
there was like four women, and five guys, including me. So,
Yeah.
and one of them like
Okay.
left at the time. So I guess I can try and describe a guy and a girl to you, unless you don't like want that. I guess I can try and describe some of the backgrounds and stories of some of them.
Minus the guy.
Okay, more women. Got
Was
it.
there like a lady your age or something like that?
No, no, I don't think that. I
Uh,
either it was just unfortunate timing or just like no. It was mostly like 20 to 30 year olds. One of them was actually like 25, and she had kids and whatnot, and she went through like a really beat 'em up relationship. She went through that sort of thing, and she was like, people were telling her to alter for herself, and she sort of put herself in there because she didn't want her kids to go
yeah.
through that. She was the sweetest thing in
Yeah.
the entire world. She had like half red dyed hair, half black, and we're gonna call her C, I guess. We're gonna call her C.
See.
Yeah. Delete the fucking. I don't want to dox anybody. We're gonna call her C. So C,
Okay.
yeah, she was going through a really bad relationship at the time. She had kids with this dude, and he did some awful shit to her, basically. And she put herself in the institute, similar to me, but for the reason that she didn't want her kids to go through that. I gave her a. It was nice to talk to her. We got like to talk in like group. We'll talk about group later. That's a separate project. She was actually just really sweet, and she, I guess you could say she was really lighthearted. She was nice to talk to, easy to talk to, really shy, and overall just a really nice person. There was also another girl, I'm gonna say woman actually, who was maybe 40, and she had just recently gone through a shooting. Like, people went into her house and started immediately fucking up the place like it wasn't even anybody's business. And she was really, really freaked
So,
out at first. Like, really, really freaked out. Like,
oh, she had like PTSD or something.
oh yeah, she definitely has a new form of PTSD from that night. This is the second and last woman person actually I'm gonna be talking about. The other people I'm not gonna talk shit about at all. This is just like tip of the iceberg type stuff. So this lady, the first lady was C, right? The second lady, we're gonna call her D
Debbie.
because
Debbie.
Debbie. Okay.
Just call her Debbie.
All right. Debbie is an elderly ghetto as fuck woman. Okay. It's like
Oh
yeah,
God.
like I'm not even gonna say elderly. That was rude as fuck. 40-year-old ghetto as fuck woman who had tats on her and everything, and had recently just gone through the worst time of her life, probably, maybe.
Oh
She
God.
has a select few people that she still hangs out with. She has a fiance, actually, a mom, and I believe a sister who tried to call her a few times. She definitely got to talk to him, and she was just really, really freaked out and liked to talk shit a lot. Like, you know, the kind of ghetto women who like always talk shit about the like the food or like the people or like, you know, like how are they gonna treat us like this? Like here, you know, what like where's my actual food? Like how you gonna put fucking turkey on a sandwich and call that good? Where's my actual protein at? Where's my actual shit at, bro? This service is fucking horrible. Y'all are terrible at your job. That's how like she was really in a bad mood at first. And then
Yeah.
I walked up to her and she was like, I mean, I was like, have you gotten this menu yet? Like the menu that you get to choose your variety of foods at, right? She had gotten that, but they have to wait for a day in order to actually get through with that menu. And she didn't realize that. She did that before, but she didn't realize that. And she was just really
Huh.
upset and also just going through a lot of stuff at the moment. And I was like, hey, well, you're gonna have to wait for a little bit. Like I tried to ask, like the nurses, like why hasn't she gotten her food yet? Why is she like, you know, like she could be treated better than this for sure. And the nurse was already also in a slightly tilted mood from this. And she was like, no, you're gonna have to wait for a few days. I mean, you're gonna have to wait for like, you know, until tomorrow in order to actually get this because that's not how things work around here. You're just gonna have to deal with it for a little bit. She was a little bit tilted. Everybody was a little bit tilted and it was just rubbing off on everybody. Okay.
Jeez.
And I decided to go to my room and grab those cards that I was talking about and try and play blackjack with her. Blackjack is probably the game I'm best at. Although I didn't realize this, I didn't know all the rules, but nonetheless, it was still fun to play with her. She knew how to shuffle really well. She taught me how to shuffle, actually. You know, she taught me how to shuffle. Like, she was actually in prison before, and she was the dealer type shit. She shuffled all the time. I'm not trying to talk shit about Debbie, okay? I'm just saying. She was really good at shuffling cards, and she was really familiar to me because of everything I went through and everything she went through. She sort of reminded me of my mom and my sister at the same time, which was kind of weird as shit, to be honest. But Debbie was actually really nice. I tried, like, you know, playing cards with her and talking to her a little bit. And, you know, we got to talking a bit, and she was actually been through a lot more stuff than, you know, than what she just went through with, like, the recent, you know, things like people going through her house and just fucking wrecking the place. Um,
Yeah.
that was C and Debbie. I can try and go get like a fucking journal that I wrote a lot in about the institute, but I that's like out in the car and like hidden somewhere. I might have to grab that later. And that's like my personal shit though too. So
Yeah, I mean, you'll hear a lot of these crazy stories with like um people that have actually gone through like mental institutions or
yeah, you can
drug
uh
drug recovery or stuff like
yeah,
that.
the A word that I'm not gonna say, people going through the R word I'm not gonna say, people going through this and that. And I hated saying this. I hated thinking about this. Quote unquote, everybody suffers. I I hated that because it, like I tried to explain this to you earlier, it made me feel unimportant, and I couldn't explain this to anybody before. I couldn't like I was alone. I wanted to alt F4 myself. I even with my family around, I still felt alone as fuck because nobody understood what I was going through. But being in there, I realized that everybody does. Everybody suffers in all sorts of ways. So doing like it's not selfish to want to do that. It's selfish to want to do that to get other people's approval, I guess. It's not wrong to get their attention. It's not wrong to ask for help. It's not wrong for any of that. There are certain things that you're not seeing when it comes to that.
Yeah.
Like I still hate thinking about this actually. Like I haven't even explained my entire story to you yet, Manny, which is kind of weird. My name is Miles and I've definitely gone a few miles in my lifetime. I'm barely even 20. Like that's it's crazy. No,
Yeah.
so I gave both of them tarot readings. Religious thing. I've been to church. I've been a Buddhist before, like an atheist. I've like prayed to God every night over food, and I've said, "Fuck you, God. You're a piece of shit. You're ignoring the hell out of me right now." Like, I'm very openly religious. I don't really care. I mean, it's not that I don't care. It's that I'm just open to it. I don't really care what you believe in. I don't really care. And I guess you could say I'm sort of an omnist, which is like every religion is right. Okay. Everything you believe in, everything, like every religion is right in some way. It doesn't involve like hurting other people. Hurting other people is wrong, but everything that everybody believes in is right in some way. Anyway, tarot. I gave both C and Debbie tarot readings. Okay. I guess we'll start with C first. Tarot is like it's not reading the future.
1 second.
No, you're fine. Oh.
Let me go pee real quickly because I'm about to pee my pants. But
Hello? No, I was quicker. Wow. I actually was not
yeah, I
expecting
can
that.
be quick
Oh
with it.
fuck.
I'll show you.
Oh, never
I'll
mind.
show you.
What are you
I'll
talking
show
about?
you what this quickness does.
Okay, never mind. Okay. I bet you couldn't even last 5 seconds.
Damn, seriously. Oh, I'm sending photos to your phone right now. I do not
Okay. I'm
care.
kidding. So, after this pee break, I have gotten the journal that I wrote in. I suggest journaling, everybody, even though it doesn't tell you what you need to do, even though it doesn't do this and that. Getting your thoughts on paper can be therapeutic in its own way. Just putting that out there. I've journaled a lot in my life. So this little booklet, it is called. Wait, should I dox myself? How many? Hold on.
No, do not
How
dox
many
yourself.
places are
What?
called in the U.S.?
Dude, you just dox yourself because I'm posting this whole entire thing.
No, I'm wondering how many places are actually called in the U.S. because I know there's one in like Florida, I know there's one in Michigan, I know there's one in this and that. It isn't. I'm not doxing myself right
I
now
don't.
by saying that, right? I mean,
No.
technically not.
I don't know.
Yeah, people say that all the time. Okay, this is called the Behavioral Health Unit. That's basically what it's called. That was what the place was called, and this is
Yeah,
what my
you just
booklet's
dox
called.
yourself, my brother.
My what? Okay.
My homie, dude.
Okay, you're
Oh
done.
my
You're
goodness.
done. You're done. You're done. The first time I wrote in this
My
fucking
nephew.
journal was the 9th. It is the 18th now. And the last time I wrote in this journal was the 15th? Yep, it might have been the 15th.
16th. 16th.
Do you have your own journal right now or some shit? I just heard like a
No, I mean,
page
yeah,
turn.
oh no, not right now.
Oh,
I have one, but
you should, yeah. Um,
I have two actually.
okay. Holy
I
shit.
use one
I don't know
for.
what all to like talk about in this fucking journal because it talks about some heavy shit. You want me to just like say the first entry and like skip over stuff that definitely is heavy? So this was on I think the 9th at like 2:50 p.m. Thursday. I literally wrote down Thursday as like a question mark. This is like one day into being at the place. It's been a while since I've written anything down. Maybe just over half a year. I'm at mental institute slash ward question mark. I was diagnosed with PTSD, ADD, and depression. Figures really. The past few months have been hellish. I don't know how to get it all on paper. I can't. It would hurt my hands, albeit I haven't written in a while. Just yesterday, I tried talking to Shady. I don't like having to even write this. She bitched at me to move out. I've had 3 jobs so far, which is Hy-Vee, scooters, and Lomont Molding, which is a convenience store, a coffee shop, and a plastic molding factory. None of these jobs gave me anything good. I got paid, sure, but mentally I was in a worse state than the last. I couldn't explain it, and I would seem selfish or babyish. That's what I was worried about, and that's what happened. I was bitched at for that, basically. That's not written down, but that's what I was bitched at for. I know I tried. I know I did. I'm in a lot of confusion. The past 2 years have been theatrical. I don't know. Theatrical? Yeah. I've had to get my life together to just get a few things: a diploma, a driver's license, bank, like debit or credit. That's the gist of it. I first started at a Hy-Vee, which was not fun. It was a dishwasher by choice. I'm not gonna read all this because it's a lot of explaining. That place, honestly, I did not like overall. It wasn't the people, it was definitely the work. And some of the people, yeah, maybe I just didn't like some days. But I also tried talking to this girl that, you know, I genuinely tried, but it just did not turn out the way that I thought it would. Or maybe that's the wrong way. Not that I thought it wouldn't turn out that way, because I knew she was gonna leave. I knew she was, because she was actually gonna go to Japan for like a trip that she'd already planned. She was gonna get all of her shit together, and she was already planning on quitting that job in the first place. And I tried like going to like a graduation stuff. I tried writing music for her, like I tried to explain before, and I tried like getting all that shit on paper and like trying to explain myself and trying to do all this shit, but it didn't work, and I felt horrible. I just felt horrible. That's pretty much it. School wasn't bad either. I was going through both Hy-Vee and school, and school was a bit. School triggered me. School still triggers me to this day. Every time I went to school, nobody paid attention. And I tried focusing, I tried all this, and it didn't really work. And so school triggered me, and I got kicked out again while I was working at Hy-Vee, and I had to go back, and Shady was starting like getting like fed up with my shit because she thought I just wasn't even trying. Hy-Vee was sort of shit. I was paid shit, and then I felt like shit for trying to talk to this girl that didn't even really do anything back. And I tried inviting her over, and that just made me feel like shit. I tried writing music about multiple things, and that made me feel like shit because the music that I made, or it wasn't even, I didn't even feel good making that music at all. You know, it's just overall shit. And I couldn't explain it to nobody because if you have to explain it, they wouldn't understand. Take those words to heart. If you have to explain, they wouldn't understand. Anyway, I basically stoked the fire and climbed a tree and fell all the way back down. I've had a bad track record with dating girls in general. I have no talking skills, and that dwindled during COVID-19. My mom and her previous boyfriend. I wanted to alt F4 myself so much, it hurts a lot. And then scooters, overall, I messed up a lot. I messed up every drink. You're supposed to make frozen drinks, hot drinks, like carbonated drinks, the lot. I messed up so fucking much. The only drink that I knew how to make was something called a Caramelicious, and that shit is the simplest cold drink you would ever make in your entire fucking life because it's only like syrup, milk, and fucking coffee. That's literally it.
Yeah,
It's a
dude,
caramel frozen drink, and I
you gotta
even messed that up.
you gotta take me on.
That shit sucked. It sucks because you also have to be in a rush all the time.
Coffee. Yeah.
Like if there's a line of people, you have to get like not even 5 minutes per person so that you can serve like 20, 30 people in an hour. Like, can you imagine what that fucking shit's like when it's busy? I was so overwhelmed, and I was paid 50 cents more at that place. I shit you not, 50 cents. 50 cents more. $11.50. That's
That
so much more
sucks.
money. That's so much more money. And I messed up every drink. They made me feel horrible. That made me feel horrible. And Lomont molding, $15 an hour. After I graduated, I got a car and an actual license because of Lomont molding, basically. But again, I messed up a lot. I worked there for 2 months. I should have been fired way before that because they gave me too many chances. Like they knew that. I was so out of it. I was trying. I have hypothyroidism, which can make you very foggy minded, and also have ADHD, which it was so fucking stupid. They told me I messed up so many parts, and they told me I was just messing up here and there. They gave me so many chances. The limit for warnings is four. There are three verbal warnings, and then you get fired. And I've had way more than that. I got fired from that, and I can't say I could trust anybody because my sister, every time I was trying to explain something to her, she'd just get very frustrated with me and very domineering over me, and I couldn't explain it. It was horrible. My guardian was making me feel like shit, basically. Financially, she was explaining what to do, but emotionally, she's not all there sometimes, which, you know, it's just part of being human. That's what everybody has to go through sometimes. And I tried to find a job after that over and over and over, and it was like too many times to count. And I deserve, I felt like I deserved the world. I literally wrote down, I deserve the world right now, this moment. I'm tired, paranoid, and I want to alt F4 myself, but I can't. Not yet, anyway. I'm waiting. I'm sorry, I love you, you're not alone, I hear you, blah, blah, blah. This is not even the half of it. It's not even Writing this down makes me pissed off. That's what I said. Somebody stop me or get out of my way. End of entry. That's the first one. Yeah. Me explaining why the fuck I felt like shit. I don't know how else to really explain that without getting fucking banned off of YouTube. But that
I think
is that
I
is the
think it gives
gist of
the
it.
gist of like
It
what
was I just
is going on in these certain situations.
I felt horrible. I still do. I
Uh,
genuinely don't know what to do sometimes. And moving up with y'all is definitely gonna change things, but it's gonna be rough, you know. That's just how it is. I still feel like shit.
with
Eh.
all that bad, I feel like good will come to you. I mean, I knew this lady that worked at Family Dollar with me, and I worked there for about a year, and she was there about a year as well. I
She
find
was
out
going through some
her
rough times too.
husband died.
Oh,
Her husband died, and she became a drug addict. She got CPS called on her, and her daughter got taken away.
I see.
Over that whole entire year that she was working over at Family Dollar, she was going to AA meetings. She was getting clean. She wasn't taking any more pills, drugs, or anything like that. Right as I'm quitting that job, I go in for my last paycheck, and I went in like 3 weeks later and to go get my paycheck, and I see her while I'm walking outside, and she's like, "Yeah, I'm finally leaving this place, moving up to a farm, because she just got her daughter back."
Huh.
It was crazy. It was crazy.
Yeah,
It's good things
I've
can
had to
happen.
deal with
They will.
CPS before.
Like,
I honestly don't.
yeah.
I've never been a mom like that. I've never been through that. But that's her own
As the
perspective. Yeah,
victim, though.
that's definitely a victim of horrible shit. I've been through foster
Yeah.
care. I've had to move around a lot. My mom was going through the same thing. She had CPS call on her as well. I was just a kid, and I'm just realizing this all now, and it still made me feel like shit. I'm gonna have to. I really don't want to, but I have to talk to my mom about it. She was worried about me going into that institute too. Like she tried to call them, and she was like, my older sister Shady. She said that my mom was just about ready to drive down here. I don't know if that was serious or not. That's how. That's how much of an Amazon my mom can be. New entry. Moving on. This will probably be
Okay. Actually, yeah. We'll end off the episode right there.
really.
It's about to be an hour,
Huh.
so I'm gonna end off mine right here,
Okay. If y'all see y'all,
but
I'll
I'm
see
gonna
y'all later. I guess.
yeah.
Um,
I'll keep on recording. You know,
yeah, I've been recording for
after that. Yeah, I'm
an
gonna
hour
stop
and a
the
minute.
recording right now.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna restart recording again. The
Like
Just
make
for
like a
like my
part one
own
and
thing.
part two or something.
Uh, I mean, yeah, we'll have to definitely follow up on that. Sure.
I guess the long and short of it, y'all. I even hate. I still hate saying this. Oh my god. Even if you are alone, even if you are feeling horrible, even if you are going through a bunch of tough shit, you are not alone in the world. There's always people out there that are willing to help you. You just have to find them. You can't expect everything to just be fed to you on a silver platter, of course. You have to you have to want that. You have to want to live because you only live once. That's it.